Welcome to Global Economic Press, where we deliver trusted global finance and economic news, analysis, and reports, empowering leaders and investors with reliable, timely insights. I'm your host, Alex Brady. In today's episode, we delve into a groundbreaking development in the world of molecular recycling technology. Denovia Inc., a pioneer in this field, has just announced a strategic framework agreement with a major international polyester materials producer. This collaboration could potentially revolutionize the recycling industry by scaling operations from millions to billions of pounds annually. Stay tuned as we explore the details of this significant milestone and its implications for the future of sustainable manufacturing. Denovia Inc., a developer of next-generation molecular recycling technology, today announced that it has executed a strategic technology licensing and commercialization framework agreement with a major international polyester materials producer. The agreement marks a significant step in Denovia's transition toward industrial-scale commercialization. It establishes a structured pathway to evaluate, validate, and potentially deploy Denovia's proprietary technology within the partner's established polyester recycling and manufacturing operations, beginning with engineering and commercial validation and targeting an initial commercial facility with annual processing capacity in the tens of millions of pounds. Subject to successful technical and commercial validation, feedstock availability, required approvals, financing, mutually acceptable economics, and definitive agreements, the framework identifies a potential future multi-facility deployment opportunity that could scale into the billions of pounds of material annually. There are moments when the scale of an opportunity changes. We believe this is one of those moments for Denovia. This framework creates a pathway from an initial commercial deployment measured in millions of pounds to potential multi-facility scale measured in billions, said Nick Spina, founder and chief executive officer Denovia. Millions, initial contemplated commercial facility annual scale. Billions, potential future multi-facility annual scale. A defining commercialization milestone, a pathway to global industrial scale. We are combining Denovia's molecular recycling platform with the infrastructure and manufacturing capabilities of a major international materials producer, Spina said. The objective is to evaluate a repeatable commercial model capable of turning difficult polyester waste streams into high-value chemical building blocks and returning them to manufacturing at meaningful scale. The parties intend to evaluate how Denovia's technology could complement existing recycling and manufacturing capabilities, targeting complex feedstocks that conventional mechanical recycling can struggle to handle. Potential materials include post-industrial polyester waste, textile waste, contaminated or mixed polyester streams, automotive-related polyester materials, and other challenging polyethylene terephthalate or polyester-containing feedstocks. The signed framework includes legally binding provisions concerning intellectual property, confidentiality, public disclosure, non-exclusivity, costs, governing law, a condition precedent, and related matters. It also records the parties' present commercial intentions and a phased roadmap for contemplated initial deployment and potential expansion. The framework does not itself require either party to construct a facility, process a minimum volume, enter into a definitive technology license, or proceed with an expansion. Those milestones remain subject to successful validation and applicable definitive agreements. Denovia retains exclusive ownership of its proprietary technology and intellectual property throughout the collaboration. Phased roadmap, engineering and commercial validation, initial commercial deployment, millions. 3. Performance and economics validation. For a potential multi-facility scale, billions. Potential commercial structures, the parties intended to negotiate in good faith toward definitive commercial arrangements that may address technology licensing, equipment, engineering and technical services, processing, product offtake, and other mutually agreed commercial structures. The opportunity is bigger than diverting waste. It is about recovering valuable molecular inputs, returning them to manufacturing, and building a commercially credible model that can be replicated across major materials ecosystems. This is the type of opportunity Denovia was built to pursue, said Nick Spina, founder and chief executive officer at the Denovia. Important qualification. The potential multi-billion-pound opportunity identified in the framework is an addressable future deployment scenario, not a minimum purchase, supply, processing, or licensing commitment. Any expansion beyond the contemplated initial facility will depend on technical and commercial validation, feedstock availability, required approvals, financing, mutually acceptable economics, and definitive agreements. About Denovia. Denovia develops advanced depolymerization technology designed to break polyethylene terephthalate and polyester waste down into reusable chemical monomers. By recovering molecular building blocks from difficult feedstocks, Denovia is developing a scalable pathway for circular manufacturing across plastics and textiles. Denovia is focused on sustainable, commercially viable alternatives to virgin plastics and textile-derived materials. For more information, visit denovialabs.com or investors.denovialabs.com. Designed for difficult polyester streams, textile waste, complex polyester textiles, mixed with contaminated. Streams mechanical recycling can struggle with post-industrial, polyester manufacturing waste automotive, polyethylene terephthalate, and polyester-containing materials. Cautionary note concerning forward-looking statements. This news release contains forward-looking information and statements, including statements concerning technical and commercial validation, an initial commercial facility, potential technology licensing and deployment, processing capacity, future expansion, definitive commercial agreements, feedstock availability, market adoption, financing, regulatory approvals, operating performance, and the potential applications and performance of Denovia's technology. Forward-looking information is based on management's current expectations, estimates, and assumptions as of the date of this release. It is subject to risks, uncertainties, and other factors that could cause actual events or results to differ materially, including technology performance risk, commercialization and development challenges, the parties' ability to negotiate definitive agreements, financing risk, feedstock availability, market conditions, regulatory and governmental approvals, operating costs, supply chain constraints, and strategic partner engagement. Readers should not place undue reliance on forward-looking information. The forward-looking information contained in this release is made as of the date hereof, and Denovia undertakes no obligation to update or revise it to reflect new events or circumstances except as required by applicable law. Media and investor contact Denovia Inc., ir@denoviainc.com. Investor relations page, http://investors, Denovia Labs. Source, Denovia Inc.